Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Beta Breakdown, and in this video we're going to be looking at version 43, which will be rolling out very shortly. So there are a lot of changes in here, some things that are not mentioned in here that I'll get to after all of this that are pretty significant, are going to change the landscape of the monthly calendars pretty dramatically, so we'll get to that shortly. So let's just go through these in order. Before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out. There are no joke thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends, it has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really going to like it. They updated the Ninja event to be more like the Magic Tower, where you have 25 normal floors and 50 impossible floors. The problem with this is literally a pay-to-play event now. You don't have to pay to use your 50 levels of energy that they give you, but if you want to actually complete this, it takes 75, which means you need to buy at least 5 flasks, which is 500 gems. So a change that a lot of people are disappointed in. Of course, you don't need to complete these for any reason, but if you want to for the rewards, it does cost, and that is pretty unfortunate. They're also adding to both this and the Magic Tower new stage properties added to the impossible difficulty, unnerving resilience with 3 different variations. So we don't really know what that is yet, but it sounds like it's going to make it harder. And it's hard for me to understand why that is necessary. I got to imagine it's hard enough to get people to play this thing as is, but why make it more annoying? We'll find out when that comes out. There will be a Ninja Tower event this month in November with those 3 new heroes that we discussed in a previous Beta Breakdown episode, one of which is incredibly overpowered. So we'll see if she is released as is. Blessings every 2 stages, rare blessings every 6 stages. So that's one thing I really liked about the Magic Tower, actually, was I think they did the blessing aspect much better. And those skills were super powerful. And I loved the one where you entered the boss wave with 100% mana. That made for, I don't know, it was more levels to play, but it made it a little bit less irritating than it had been in the past. Still have mixed feelings about this event, but that's that. So we have the new costumes for the winter heroes that we discussed already, in addition to a new winter hero. So those will be added, and I believe that opens up on December 1st, so we're only about a month away from that. The legendary winter heroes and their costumes are going to be added to the Hero Academy. And this will happen once the event starts. So the Hero Academy pool of heroes is massive because it's all the Season 1 heroes with the chance to get the costume. All of these Season 2 heroes, those costumes will be in there. The older event heroes, all of this kind of stuff. So your chance of getting anyone in particular is absurdly low. I wish they would lower the duration it takes to execute one round in level 10 of the Hero Academy, lower from 7 days, because that's a lot of recruits and food that you have to invest into that just for a 5% chance to get some random hero you might not care about whatsoever. So I guess it's okay that it's there. The idea being that you just have to run it constantly. So it kind of depends on what other levels you're using in the Hero Academy. I'm personally using 3-star troops and trainer heroes, but I might stop doing the trainer heroes and just get level 10 going. I don't have as much of a need for these resources, and I might as well see what RNG can bring me. So Atlantis event is updated. Still the shorter 48-hour duration, unless they... Can't remember if the recent change made it 36 hours or if it was 48 instead of 60. If you remember that, please add that to the comments. So new costumes for Ariel, Ursina, Kage Barado, and Poseidon, which will also be in the Hero Academy, I'm sure, once this event goes live. So here's something new that we don't quite understand yet. New tome items added. I'll give you my opinion of, or I'll give you my guess of what these are, basically. So looking at the bottom one first, Tome of Ascension is probably just going to be the Tome of Tactics that we're used to seeing, since that is a tome that is used for Ascension. Then we have the Epic Tome of Experience, Legendary Tome of Experience. I'm guessing those are going to be like trainer heroes, but even more significant. But who knows? It's sort of a strange thing that they're adding. Maybe they really want to encourage people to try to level heroes more quickly, because that means, as always, the way they make money in this game is for people paying to make progress faster, and maybe this is just another way to achieve that. Tome of Golden Emblems might be, the equivalent to 500 or 250 or something like that. Who knows? So we'll have to see what those are as they're released and more information comes out. Maybe it's tied to a quest. Who knows? New trainer troops added. Common, uncommon, rare, and epic. So faster way to level up your troops. I think that's actually a welcomed addition, depending on how they introduce the feature, because troops are the slowest thing to make progress on. And as I explained in that previous video, where I showed the exact cost of a set of level 30 mono troops, the cost can be astronomical to a degree that doesn't even make sense. So maybe they're revisiting that. Trainer troop gift for all players on Black Friday week, November 24th to 5th. Black Friday summon added. That'll be very interesting. Maybe it's a selection of some of the strongest heroes in one kind of like all-star portal or something. Oh god, I don't really like that, but we'll have to see what that turns out to be. Hero balance changes. These can be good. Salmon Loki, the one meme hero in Empires and Puzzles, is getting a bit of a buff. Not enough to make a difference, but a significant increase. Damage dealt to holy enemies each turn increased from 126 to 484. So that is a huge increase, more than 3 times higher. The Dark Lord corrosive poison damage to each turn increased from 64 to 144. So when they first released the villain heroes, a lot of them were very disappointing, except for Toxicandra, and Dark Lord was one where it's like, why is, his attack stat is high, but why is his snipe damage so low? And they massively increased that up to 480, I think, where he's hitting extremely hard. And then he's also giving that mana debuff and that poison damage to 3 enemies. So quite a lot at fast speed, and they've increased it further about 2.5 times, which again is going to go up with emblems and troops. So a hero that was pretty irrelevant is now far more dangerous. So that's good. Any buffs to these heroes I think are beneficial, as long as there's some balance there. I think he's quite strong, but I don't think it's really a problem. Let me know what you think in the comments, though, as always. Crystallis, Corrosive Frost increased from 42 to 54. Inari, one of the most irrelevant dodge heroes after they released the costume for Catalan, the Season 1 hero. And they've added direct damage of 180 to all enemies, so that makes her a bit better. Whether it's enough to bring her back up to a competitive level, we'll have to see, but that's a pretty significant improvement. Thoth, direct damage increased from 215 to 235, not nearly enough in my opinion, and minions are now summoned for the caster and nearby allies instead of only the caster. I believe the minions are 20% HP and 15% attack, so that's pretty good. But for only 235% damage, he's got to be doing something bigger, like all of those heroes get minus 50% mana generation, or take increased damage from other heroes or something like that, some other kind of ailment as part of it, because we have heroes that are now doing 320, 330 to 3, and 235 is just not cutting it with a little bit of healing, the minions. All right, stage balance changes to Season 2, Province 14, Stage 10. I don't understand the significance of that, whether that is like a big XP farming stage or what the deal is, but how weird, without knowing the significance, to see they went in and changed just one specific level. So clearly too much of something was being had there and they wanted to decrease that. So if you know what that is, please share that in the comments as well. Balance changes to all Tavern of Legends quest stages featuring Thoth. So that's probably just the damage increase and the minions, as we saw for the buff. Balance changes to impossible floors of Tower of Magic. This is what we talked about before, the Unnerving Resilience stage. Don't know what that is yet, but we'll find out. Sounds like, my guess is it's going to be something like what we see in the, Slayers of Fell Shadows event, where these stacks can appear to decrease the damage taken by the enemies, and it requires you to jump through some hoops to minimize that. That's my guess here. The resilience makes that pretty clear, and unnerving sounds like it'll be unnerving. Okay, so all balance change will be enabled after all players have updated to this version. Other changes, these are a bit more minor. Fixed an issue where scrolling gets stuck on challenge event rewards, rules, and leaderboard view. Fixed an issue where health increase blessing didn't affect heroes' health in Magic Tower. Fixed an issue where heroes owning fiends would sometimes get healed while being in the ghost mode. So the fiends were not working properly when heroes were in the ghost mode. Fix an issue where the pop-up, "Are you sure you want to leave the Alliance? Wars have started," which was supposed to be shown during active war phase, was displayed also during the war end phase. So smoothing out some wrinkles there that they created. This is unfortunate, this next one. I don't know how significant it will be, so this will be another request I have for you guys in the comments that I'll get to in 1 second. Scotty's Mana Generation Reduction stack, Lepioda's Abyss, and Balbar's Sleep are now resisted by Resist Negative Mana Effects passives and Cleric's Mana Shield talent. I really don't think we needed the buff to the Mana Shield talent, because that is most significantly seen in Rush Wars with heroes like Mother North, Ariel, Professor Lidenbrock, and others. And that can just make it so annoying, especially when Mother North, you try to stop her mana shield, try it again, mana shield. So now that same thing can happen to, that can be, Scotty's mana reduction can be ignored. Kind of makes sense based on the talent, but I don't know that this was needed, and it just means Lepioda is not as good against clerics or monks. Now there's 2 classes that have the chance to ignore what it is she's doing, so that's a pretty big nerf. The resist negative mana effects is less significant because there aren't many heroes that do this. I guess now Poseidon blocks Scotty. Lepioda does that super dispel first, so she would remove that buff that he has. But heroes like Balder or Red Hood even, who neither of which are very relevant, have when there are minions or boosted health, heroes resist negative mana effects, so this would affect that. So if you know what other heroes resist negative mana effects, please share those in the comments, and we can all see how much of a change that aspect is. Okay, improved Elradier's special skill and passive description, and also the passive skill descriptions of Anitra, Balbar, Alexandrine, and Chakazrat, so that last crop of heroes. They now mention that negative/positive stacks are affecting them as well. Okay, fix an issue where a player couldn't view other players' alliance from the leaderboard view on challenge events and tournaments if they viewed another player within that alliance. So as always, just smoothing out more bugs as they present themselves. Fix an issue where Russell's special skill was dodged by rogue talent. So this is a cool one because that means he truly cannot miss, and I assume that has to be true for Costume Catalan as well, who up till this point could dodge anything, had the chance to. Fix an issue where a connection error occurred when trying to revenge the last opponent in the Watchtower. Fix an issue where the mana bar for the heroes was covered for the iPad Mini 6. Fix an issue where Motega's butterfly minions damage reduce debuff was considered as a buff. Fix an issue where mirages of Omega quest enemies had no sound when casting, and improve the icons for miracles of Omega enemies' innate resistance against status ailments. That's a mouthful. So now the other thing that I think is most significant, that is, I believe, part of this, or just happening and therefore relevant to discuss, but let's take a look at that. Okay, so they have made the decision to retire all 5 of the old challenge events. So if you have one of those challenge event coins, it shows those 5 events on it. Let's see if I can remember them off the top of my head without reading the screen. Pirates of Corellia, Guardians of Teltalk, Fables of Grim Forest, Riddles of Wonderland, and I always forget one for some reason. It doesn't even say it here anyways. And the other one. Whatever the other one is. Why can't I remember that? Pirates, Guardians, Fables of Grim Forest, Riddles of Wonderland. Oh, it's driving me crazy. Okay, whatever. The other one that I'm sure all of you will remember, and I'll remember the moment I stop recording, all those are being retired. So we're just going to have the new challenge events, which I'm sure they're going to be moving to get 5 of very soon, which will be the Slayers of Fell Shadows, the Starfall Circus, the Clash of Knights probably. Do we have any other new events? I don't think there are yet, so probably more coming soon. Like we looked at those gargoyle heroes in that beta breakdown video where I talked about those and the new January hero of the month. So what are they going to do? Well, people were saying, oh, we can't get these heroes anymore. No, they are creating a new challenge festival, an all new challenge event coming up next month. Looks like a 4-day event. What's more, the legendary heroes are all set to join the Hero Academy as well, so just massively increasing that pool of heroes, which means there's a lot of good ones in there, but your chance of actually getting what you want is almost non-existent. 5% split by probably, 50, more than 50 heroes probably. If anyone knows that total, by the way, what the total will be with all these heroes in the Hero Academy, please share that below. But yeah, some event where you can pull any of these, I don't know about the 3 stars and 4 stars, probably, but these 25 5-star heroes will be added to that. So they're doing a lot of shuffling around of stuff, moving this here, moving that there, consolidating these all into one to make room for this. So it's a lot, but it does go to show that they have limited space for how much they can do because they're having to move all this stuff around. So they don't just have free roam here. They've got to figure out how to make it work. Anyways, that's what's coming. I know it's a lot. Please share your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, there's a mix of good changes and some less good changes, but I think that's been true probably for as long as the game has been around. So we'll see what happens. Please share your thoughts in the comments down below about any of this or all of this. And please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Got our next goal of 10,000 subscribers, and we are making our way there. So please be part of that group. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.